Hey guys, Davison here. So this is going to be a complete walkthrough tutorial on how to use the MyIdol app, and that's that little rainbow silhouette right down there. So you can only have it for iOS 7 or higher, and when it's launching, it'll look like this. That's what the icon looks like. So it may take some users some time to load the app because you can do a lot of really animation heavy effects with it, so it's quite large, but then it will land on this screen if you've previously made a character. So this is a character that I made last night. You can see my little cat shirt and my underwear. And this is also another character I created in my underwear because I use the upper right hand little person and plus button to navigate to where you can select your saved characters, and it automatically saves your last character. And you change the name by clicking right at the top where it says Moo on this one, and it'll bring you into a field where you can change your name from Chinese characters to your own selected name. And this is also to show you, and I know I'm jumping ahead, you can change the background that your character is standing on if you click the little picture beneath where you change the character, which is in the upper right. The second one down, that's how you can change the background. But we, of course, want to create a new character, so we hit the button again at the upper right-hand corner with the person and the plus to create a new character, and it will bring us to a screen where there's a green button at the bottom where we can take a photo in order to launch a new character. And so once you hit that, you will be taken to this screen, and the little upper left hand sun will be there, and your camera's light will be on, because this app likes it when you take really bright photos. Well, I clicked it or hit it with my finger, and you can see the sun is struck through in the upper left hand corner, and now it's turned off, and now I'm ready to take a photo of my face. Another thing worth noting is on the right hand side on the bottom is where you can actually take pictures from your camera roll and import them instead of taking a photo. So if you want to save, say, a celebrity's face and then access it, that's where you access it. Now, for this app, you want to make sure you have no bangs because the bangs will end up in the shot. So here's me in the morning right now, no makeup selfie. So after this loads up, it'll actually put little markers where the outer limits of your features are. So you see my mouth, my nose, my face. There's also one for ears. And you can actually tap on the screen and go in and refine where the points are, because sometimes, of course, it doesn't detect the edges of your mouth correctly. And this will make a difference. If you have bigger lips or lips that are a little bit weaker in color towards the edges, you can really force it to be at the right spot so that when it imports your face, it looks excellent. And you just touch and drag those circles with your finger to put the marker at the right spot. So here it is scanning my face. This just takes a couple of moments, and then it loads it into the system, and once it does, it lands on this screen, and your gender starts off as male. So if you're confused as to why you have a boy haircut or you're wearing that ugly outfit, well, it's because that's actually the boy body. If you look at the top of the screen now, where the little red icon is, on the left it's a boy, on the right it's a girl. Congratulations, you just learned the Chinese characters for boy or girl. So I'm going to turn myself into a girl, and then we're going to go through these features in the middle of the screen, you know, where you see the little watch and you see the flower or the clover and the hair. And basically the first one is you can change the age of your character, which I think is really cool. So actually the default is younger than you are. And there, if we start here, that of course is the youngest that you can be. The second one is going to be, you know, younger child. The third one's going to be a teenager. The fourth one's an adult, which is how I look now. And then it gets older to the point where I don't want to be that old ever, but I don't really have a choice. So now we're going to move on to the second set of options, and all of these have to do with changing your skin tone in various ways. You can change the brightness of your skin, you can change the smoothness of your skin, you can change the tone of your skin, you can put foundation on, and you can even make yourself different colors, which is pretty cool. So it's just basically in playing around with all of these sliders that you can really start to change, like the brightness of your face, or like I said before, the tone of your skin, or the shadows, highlights, and whether or not you even have a tan. So this Clover button is pre-made outfits. Now, not all outfits are pre-made, and these ones seem to be animated in kind of a cute way when you try them on. So for instance, we put me in this like kind of feminine pink dress, and I spin around and kick my leg and do cute things. And then there's, of course, the cat overalls, the requisite kitty cat Japanese, I would say, style overalls. But you don't have to pick outfits this way. Here I am striking a pose. You can actually put your own together in later buttons down the line. But for now, we'll just keep on my dress as we try on the next in line, which is hairstyle. So there's tons of hairstyles to choose from. But again, like I said before, you don't want bangs in your face, because if you look at the left-hand side of my face in this picture, you can see like a little shadow, and that's from actually part of my bang touching above my left eyebrow. But in any case, I can cover that easily up with some bangs, and I've decided to go with this very snazzy haircut. Look at that. I'm so cute with my little buns. And then I'm going to move on to glasses. So the eyeglasses were, of course, to the left, and this is eye color. And you can really try on a lot of cool colors. I decided to be freaky deaky, and don't worry when something's gray when you're selecting it. It just means it has to load. So be patient, hit it, and then you should be able to hit it again to change the color again once it turns white. Your phone isn't broken. It just doesn't load everything into the app immediately because, like I said before, this app is really heavy in terms of how much memory that it takes, because it's, pretty impressive, I would say, animation. So yeah, I'm just going through all the eye colors for the heck of it. I had a lot of fun playing around with this. When it does import your eyes, what I thought was kind of weird is that it doesn't seem to actually keep their natural color very well. It almost defaults to brown, but whatever, you can adjust them this way. Oh yes, here's the facial hair. That's the next thing. So, here I am with a beard. Aren't I beautiful and terrifying? Now the next option is you can put little tattoos on your face. You just need to, again, click on them and then they will show up. Or you can actually put makeup on, and I love this makeup. I think that looks amazing. And look at how it perfectly drew it on my lips. It's just such an amazing little piece of software. Great app. Now we go through the clothes, as I said before. You can change outfits, but as soon as you do change outfits, by the way, it'll strip you. So say I select this shirt, well, oh, there's my underwear. And if I were to deselect this shirt, I would be completely naked, which is how I got the bra version of the character before. So I'm just playing around with leggings. And as for now, all the clothes that you see are the clothes that you can get, meaning that you can't buy additional clothes at this point. But now that the company knows that the app is so popular, they will, I'm sure, offer more clothes soon that you can pay for. And don't worry that this is charging you anything when you're clicking through stuff. Everything on this app so far is free. I don't know if it's going to stay that way forever. Look at those cute shoes. But for now, it is absolutely a free app. And it's really fun. Like, I'm surprised how much fun I've had doing this. It's kind of like bit strips, but it's more like paper dolls, and it's less annoying. And it's more realistic actually looking, because it's actually your face instead of, you just selecting features that you think looks like you. So the final outfits that you can select are characters that do funny things. So here I am as a cowboy. I am posing with my gun, being all aggressive. Like I said before, when you deselect an outfit, you are brought back to wearing no clothes, so you're in your underwear. But I decided to wear this adorable outfit with my little fan. And here's another feature that you can use when you're trying on clothing or different hairstyles. If you hit that square camera button on the left-hand side, it will actually take a picture of what you looked like in the moment that you were trying something on or your character was moving around, and you can save it to your camera roll by hitting the rainbow flower. And that rainbow flower is how you save to camera roll wherever you are in the app. And to go back, you just hit the back button in the upper left-hand corner. Now we're back to the fun part. Now that you have your character, you can start to animate your character. If you hit the little picture icon second from last, it'll actually do different little Instagram selfies that you can then save, of course, to your camera roll and upload. I just find this, again, so cute. It's amazing the variety of facial expressions that it produces, and my posing skills are on fleek. And to save these pictures, you hit the picture and then you'll have the option to save. So if you go back to the other screen, then you hit the last one, the smiley face, you get all sorts of like animated gifs, I would say, of your character doing crazy things, like almost chopping off their fingers. I don't know what that is, but cute stuff like, you know, holding flowers or bowing down to your evil Facebook overlords. I think that's what that is. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to save any of these ones to my camera roll. It seems like it's only Chinese messaging services. Maybe those are other messaging services I don't have. I don't have WhatsApp. So if the left-hand one is WhatsApp, let me know, because I couldn't do anything. So to go back, you hit the bottom button. And so now we're back and we're going to hit the little camera button, which is the second from the left on the bottom. And this is so much fun. You can make your character sing. You can make it dance. You can either use the voices that they provide and the music they provide, or you can actually record your own audio, which I think a lot of people don't realize, though it does keep the backing track. You can't get rid of the backing track unless you take the video that you end up saving and you bring it into, say, what I'm using, Final Cut or iMovie or other apps, to delete the audio and use your own audio. And it sometimes does take time when you hit the button to save it for it to render before you can export it with that little rainbow flower to your camera roll. And I really tried a bunch of different things and had a lot of fun. So the left button means that you can record your own audio, and the right button, you just accept it as it is. So those are the two different options, left and right. So I wanted to actually record some of my own audio, and I think that's what I will leave you with, is what I recorded. And you have to hold down the button to record the audio when you're recording it. It's a big circle button that will pop up, and you'll actually see a waveform of your voice, so you know that you are recording. And then you export it, save it, and that's that. And I've heard that some people say that they don't have any audio. I don't know what that issue is. You might want to actually turn down the volume on your phone when you are recording, like the karaoke voice of your character, because there can be some feedback or doubling of the vocals. But really, it's just so much fun. Here I am stripping.
With everything you said, and then taking a piece of my heart. So take it now, 'cause you're taking everything now. Blah, blah, blah.
I hope I helped you out. Please like and subscribe. My name is Davison.